Alrighty then. Yes, it's the clapping, the very much clap. We are back today with Soul Hunter Academy.
Oh my goodness.
Episode 9. Yes, we have our class. Now, we start playing into the music. And as I play into this music, would anybody care to give me a recap of last time?
Mimics.
I mean, he's not wrong.
That's about all there was. It was just mimics. Everything.
I'm just saying that gives like no context. All I got was okay.
There's not a whole lot of context to give. One of the books, the party got back together. We went back to our room. One of the books they bought turned items into mimics. And now our room is overrun by mimics.
Yeah, it just mimics. There's no other context to be had. It was just mimics.
Always just
probably
mimics.
the short summary.
Make sure put this over. All right. So, as I guess we'll get into today, as last time, some people may or may not have made mistakes and opened up some mimic book that made mimics, but see, it happens. It happens, but it's fine because this group, the rats, have at least succeeded in the ways of not dying.
We never die.
As I will now...
except Igneous. He's kind of in a coma.
As I will now... bring us back here.
Lord.
Call.
This door is locked.
Yes, the door is
lock
locked.
it.
And also these doors are open for some reason. Maybe other people heard us running around in our room fighting mimics.
Surely someone has to have heard something.
Yeah, someone has had to heard something.
All right.
Shouldn't it be early in the morning? Because everyone got the long rest before the mimic fight happened. So it's been at least 8 hours since we went back to our room. It's not the middle of the night. It's like super fucking early.
It's actually is the middle of the night somewhat, as you gotta remember what happened before then was I said there was still some time in the day if y'all wanted to do something, but y'all went to basically sleep early because of the damage taken from the Clay Guardian, which I don't think you weren't here specifically for that, but the rest of the group really needed it.
We about to need a fucking short rest after this mimic bullshit. Hey,
yeah,
Glacier, do you know what Big Rat's up to? Has he gotten someone yet?
Glacier is, again, she's slumped down on the floor, like leaning back against this door, and still reading her book. And she'll just kind of shrug. I don't know. I didn't remember to set a link with him. He's not here, so I guess not, probably.
So, what I was gonna say was that you will see where okay, yeah, here we go. Just playing different music. Okay, there we go. You will see as Destin Greyhound is back as he's heading towards you guys right now with guess what on his shoulders?
Big rat.
Also, the game's paused still.
I know it is.
You know, at least we know Destin is alive and well.
Yeah. Hey, he's alive. Hey, Mr. Greyhound.
Destin Greyhound comes in here with the rat on his shoulder. But as you see Destin Greyhound, why?
He's undead. The lich is near. There's
Why
an
is he?
undead dragon outside with giant skeleton.
Eh.
Should be oh no, that's a big rat. That's aiming at. There we go. You will see as Destin Greyhound proceeds to kind of come in with a big rat on his shoulder. Except the last time you guys seen Destin Greyhound, he was pretty much in mid-fight, in mid-combat, trying to hold off the masses of the undead for you all to at least get away for the most part. Now that you see him, you see as he has a cast, like a full like arm cast on his left side, as well as on his like right leg, what seems to be somewhat of another cast, as he also has basically a walker, like one of those medical walkers on his that he's using on his right side to kind of get to where he needs to go.
Oh.
As
You need some healing, Mr. Gray?
as he proceeds to walk more forward towards you guys, as this rat has been going like kind of like basically on his shoulder, like trying to get him to go towards you guys, and he's like, I am very injured and I am very tired. This better
Do you
be
need
good.
healing?
No.
Also, our room is full of mimics.
He gives out a big sigh as he proceeds to kind of like get up to the door himself, and he's like, move out of the way.
Also, the door might be a mimic. I can't move.
Glacier scoots over on the floor to get out of Dustin's way.
As Destin kind of like still makes his way with that somewhat cane on his side as well, still, as he proceeds to open up the door, as he sees the mimics that are pretty much already ready to kind of just attack, as he shoots what looks to be a multitude of Eldritch Blast, literally just kind of annihilating these mimics.
Jeez.
Jeez.
As he looks to be not happy in general, as he's like, more force than I had to execute, but someone's bed is now broken.
Well, that was
That was
odds.
it, yes.
So,
Oh, was it?
yeah.
Well,
Only
do I-
the men can't
We're gonna
shoot.
have to talk. What happened here? You
So,
know what?
I
No,
bought-
save it. Don't want to hear it right now. I just want to go back to what I was doing, aka
Okay.
going back to sleep.
Sleeping?
Also, wait, what's that about the tournament tomorrow? You didn't tell us about that.
Thank you.
He turns around and he's like, "What? What tournament?"
Oh,
The tournament that the fucking the Silver Roses were talking about. There's a tournament between the different teams.
That sounds like a you problem. I don't know what the shit you're talking about. But I'm going back to sleep.
How does everyone else know about this?
As he
Well, I
proceeds-
guess it is Mr. Greyhound.
Have a good night. Sorry to bother you. Thank you for dealing with the
Night.
memo.
Let's go back to sleep.
With that being said, he walks right back in. Even though with his still with his walking cane of sorts, as he's like, by the way, you have a new classmate. As he doesn't really say too much about it, but he more so just lets you know that you should be seeing them here soon, as he proceeds to go back. With that,
All right.
That does at least solve your guys' problem. However, they might need to still clean up the room in general.
I'm gonna go back to resting tomorrow.
Assuming that everyone else is about to take a short rest and would not be capable of cleaning the room at the moment, Glacier will go ahead and use her psionic recovery to get back one of her psi die, and then she's just gonna start cleaning the room because, yeah. I mean, we've seen a shock is fine.
Yeah, you you can proceed to clean up the room. It probably won't take you too much time, but could you give me a little investigation roll?
A little bit of guidance in there too.
My
That
man
is an
built
8
guidance roll.
plus. Give me one. That is an 18 plus 1 for 19.
Okay. As you proceed to clean up the mess that was somewhat kind of left behind in a way, more so just for you guys to deal with it in general. You see, as you're going through some of the remains, getting all of it kind of swept up, cleaned up, that there appears to be I'd say about 5 decent clean mimic teeth.
Neat. Glacier will just kind of pick those up, put them on the table in the center because the table didn't turn into a mimic. You can go right back to cleaning the parts. We can figure out what to do with mimic teeth later.
All right.
Also, all those damn banana peels, those are getting cleaned up too.
True.
Right into the trash.
So you proceed to keep cleaning. What does everyone else do here so far?
Oh, Ashaka's going to bed. She doesn't care.
Odd. Looking
Oh.
at his now destroyed bed is just gonna sigh and try to get comfy on it. Whatever is left of it, at least.
Do you need the bedroll? You
Yeah,
can use
it
my
is
bed.
fine.
Anyone going?
Where is
Okay.
Druid,
Where am
I've
I?
thought
I
about
don't know.
this.
That's a great question.
How come you don't
Why
sleep
is that?
outside?
Okay, I'll drag myself here.
There you go. Yeah.
Also,
What are
I
you
see
doing
that
about
my
your bed?
mic is picking up on noise. There's no noise.
Oh,
Just let
you're
me-
just gonna
So-
lie on it, even if it's broken. Just try to
Yeah.
get some sort of comfy.
Yeah. You could. I mean, to be fair, there's still one bed at the moment that's somewhat free.
You know what? That's fair. He's gonna take it.
No, that's for the new person.
Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, you can all get your short rest as you need, though.
Okay, thank goodness.
Does anyone need explanation on how short rests work?
Don't think so. However, I need to find where short rest.
You go to your character sheet.
Oh, there we go. I see. It's the little fork and knife. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Wait,
Glacier getting the
sleeping?
short rest during that she's cleaning? Is that going to be considered a light activity for the purposes
She
of
can
this?
still get her short rest. It doesn't take too much time to clean it all up. It's pretty much more than anything, you sweep it up into somewhat of a pile, and then you just have to either take it out or burn it, something.
She would probably just take it out to some trash can. That's well, she not only probably can't light a fire, but doesn't have the skills to keep it from burning our whole room.
Yeah.
And she doesn't need to roll hit dice or anything. It's just for my psionic recovery, because I get that back when short rest.
All right. As you are all conducting your short rests and doing your short rest, it quickly becomes that of morning as you all hear that of some knocking at the door, and it sounds to be of that of probably at least similar to be that of Destin Greyhound.
Are we in trouble?
Open. Ah, I went to the wrong map.
Walks past Dustin.
I go to open the door and accidentally leave. Ah. Big box that you've made.
You cannot walk onto the carpet, or you'll go to the other.
Yeah, you can't walk onto the carpet.
Do you all proceed to kind of open the door to let him in?
Yeah,
That's what Corona's trying to do.
Fine.
yeah.
I would say take a seat, but you don't have any more chairs.
Yeah, all the chairs got
As-
turned into mimics.
So as he proceeds to walk on in, and I know it's very
No, he doesn't.
as he proceeds to walk on in and kind of make his way, even though he still looks like he still has those injuries of sorts. He walks on in with somebody of unfamiliar look. Somebody you guys don't really know, but somebody who needs to explain what their character now looks like. As I
Who would
show
that be?
this off.
So he
Ooh.
is an elf, as denoted by the pointy ears. It's probably pretty easy to determine he's a high elf. He kind of has that just a little extra like prettiness or etherealness next to him. That high elves kind of have. He just got that look, that charm. But he's wearing pretty light clothes. I mean, he's really wearing what he is in the picture, kind of like a nice blue cloak and just kind of a leather like tunic and vestments. Doesn't seem to be carrying too much with him. Long golden hair, as is usual for high elf. Stands probably about around like 6 foot, a little tall for no.
Nice. So, as we see this new kind of person, which you can only guess to be what you were told before, potentially to be that of a new classmate, even though the kind of weird thing is even though he is an elf, he still seems to be that of what I would say at least a good bit older than the rest of you.
Hello.
Whoa.
Yes, this is gonna be your new teammates, classmates, mates just in general. I don't know how you want to put it.
Well, my
We have
name's
to come up with
Corona
a new
Ray.
team name.
Welcome to the Rats. Big Rat here. Over here is our mascot.
Your name is the Rats.
Yes.
You kind of see him lean in and whisper to the man that brought him here. Can I join someone else?
He whispers slightly bit back. This was one of the only openings.
See him grimace a little bit. Well, I guess can't be choosers.
Which is why
Hello.
it's time to get used to your people. However, with the attendance of a new student here, I also have some other information to inform you all of. As it seems like the air gets a slight bit thicker, just like almost like it feels like the mood is shifting. As the mood shifts, let's see about playing a different song. Here we go. I have been told some information as I've gotten back. You're probably all wondering, maybe, who knows, of what happened. I'm not going to get into much of the specifics, but do know that I was able to get out on my own. It took a little bit of time to get back here, but I still am in one piece. But
Can you get very much into the specifics? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
And
So
more than
basically, we encountered a lich, and he had to help save us from the lich.
yeah, this is
does
what
that mean that it's not dead?
that means that no, it is not dead.
Lich, oh boy.
I would have stayed to kill them, but my classmates are
No.
cowards.
No, you were gonna die if you stayed.
I'm not dying against a puny skeleton.
Did you see the big ass ones that were following us?
Or the dragon?
They're
And
just
the dragon?
bones.
With that in all in tow, it's not something that you would have, out of character, it's not something that you would have known about Kikiro specifically, because because this is pretty much, he had found you after that, after
Okay.
him escaping. So he continues on and he says, yeah, not to get into any of the specifics of it, but afterwards I had, well, while resting, found this person here. Some of this bandage work was thanks to him at first, but more of it got covered up later on. However you want to say that he found you, or how he found you, is what you want to say. But for now, he'll leave that explanation to you if you want. But for now, he says, now there's, in a way, good and bad news. It depends on which one you all want to hear first.
Well, I'm going to assume that Cassius is dead, and that's the bad news.
No.
Okay.
Glacier just looks over at Cassius, who is standing in the room.
Oh wait, god damn it, Igneos! Fuck! I'm
You know,
I'm gonna get your name.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't halfway true.
Sorry, I meant Igneos, not Cassius. I keep getting their names mixed up.
Is the bad news that the skeleton dragon, isn't dead? Because that felt like kind of bad news.
That's not what I was going for, but there are some forces that we cannot stop at the moment. Maybe if we had a combined forces of multiple high-leveled people, but or should I say, I myself cannot fight that alone.
Yeah, that sounds like
I could.
Okay.
No, you can't, Ashaka. I don't mean to bring you down, but none of us are prepared for that.
I fully believe he believes he could do it.
Yeah, he believes he could do it. Yeah, I agree with that.
Watch yourself, Paladin.
Hey, thank you so much for the joy, for the follow. Welcome, Arctic Fire.
Right, that's the good
I will
news.
say to you, Kikiro, you want to get onto the actual foundry, because I don't actually see you on here.
Oh, I must have timed me.
I was just saying
wait for
that
that.
just so
There
you
we go.
actually
You guys
on
like
here,
on
so that way you can
Sneewart.
see what we're all seeing. With that being said, though, wait, you said bad news?
Yeah, sure. Give us all of the news.
He'll give you all the news. He was just wanted to know if you wanted bad news or good news.
Bad? Sure. Why not?
So, the bad news is, with the attendance of this new student here, part of that to be being into this squad is the fact that Igneos will no longer be able to participate. He even looks at you, Cassius, for a second with a kind of not a sorrowful look, but like I kind of understand how you feel look, as he proceeds to say, you see, from what Dr. Cinder had told me, we were able to repair him with healing magic, but we were not able to connect all the nerves from that. Some of the things that magic cannot specifically heal. After so much time, that is, but what I'm telling you is Igneos can no longer walk, let alone use his legs.
Cassius just doesn't react, like blank face, just beady eyes just staring.
Is
He
that our fault?
I'm not going to say if it's anyone's fault, but I will say if any of you want to see him, he is awake and he's in the infirmary? Is that what it said?
Yes,
Can
I saw him.
what's the NPC's name? I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting.
Destin Greyhound.
It's okay. So, and he is a teacher, I assume.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Guild
kind of like our
Greyhounds.
homeroom teacher in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So, okay. So, can I like insight him at all? Because I like from my character's perspective, he's walking in to a group that's called the Rats, and also now just finding out that one of their team members was irrevocably harmed. And he's just
Not
trying to
our
think
fault.
like, did I just get thrown into like the Misfits group?
I mean you beat it, Cyril.
I mean, the answer to that question is just yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of don't function properly.
From your knowledge, yes.
Great. Okay.
We weren't called the Rats because we are the mishap crew. We called ourselves the Rats because we are the mishap crew.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Exactly.
I had
To be
rats.
fair, I
I
think
know
we have
I'm
a
getting
great shot at beating
flashback.
the other group
Yes,
today.
the rats. Yeah. He says, with that being said, for at least the good news, in some shape, way, or form, because of difficulties such as this, the school has decided to have you all learn all subjects, to be more knowledgeable, to be able to truly fight for what we need to fight for in the future. As I also had a bit of a revelation when I've come back. You see, the cards I hold, as he kind of like tries to kind of like get into his pocket a little bit. The cards I hold.
I can heal you a little bit.
No, you cannot. I am telling you, do not. He says this like in such a serious tone that it's almost scary.
I understand.
As he's like, it's not to be rude, but I'm telling you, the only thing that you would do would be making it worse. With that being said,
Fair.
this card here, as he kind of like flips it around to kind of show off that it's I don't know at the top of my head the grammatically correct one, but it's like an upside down castle, I believe. As he says, this is that of a fortune telling card. And our fortune in the future of Soul Hunter Academy, of the world, seems to be falling. And I don't know what that all specifically means yet. So for now, I want you all to grow up stronger, to grow up better, to be really, truly become that of a soul hunter.
Is that not what we were doing already? And also, if we're having to take more classes, does that mean that our days are going to get longer, or does that mean that there's going to be more time between us doing jobs? What does all of this mean for us? What does this look like?
I think you could have answered your first question, but I didn't get what the first one was.
Yeah, good question.
Exactly.
I don't remember the order I asked them. She said,
Are days going to be longer? I think that was the first one.
right,
No,
are our days
like,
going to be longer? Are we going to have longer in between field tests? Basically, she's asking the semantics of like,
no, yeah, I bet you
if
asked
we're
a
taking
question
more classes,
before
what
that,
does it
but
mean?
for the taking more classes part, he does regret to inform you that he does not specifically know, but from what he was able to gather and tell for the time being, it sounds like it's going to be that of just more classes than anything, but like maybe some shortened, like some classes shortened down a little bit. He's not quite sure. Maybe it might just be a day of you doing something with this teacher. Maybe it might be a day of you doing something with another teacher. The whole point is the curriculum is all going to change as they want to make it not specifically harder for you guys, even though it will be harder. It's that they want to make it to where you guys actually get more training, more everything that they need, so it will be harder.
Dustin had been saying that, so that we all grow, we become proper soul hunters. The first question was, aren't we already doing that, or weren't we already doing that? Something to that effect.
Oh yeah. To answer that question, he kind of says, like, the best way I could put that, he would say, is but are you really doing enough?
There.
Are any of us really doing enough?
Shaka like crosses her arms and glares at him. I thought this
Mr.
school, or I thought this place would be more fighting and less studying, and all these
Mr.
classes are
Greyhound.
gonna get to me.
Yes.
How long have you been with this school?
Too long.
Do you happen to know of anyone named Malice?
No. Where would you have heard a name like that?
Well, we didn't want to tell anyone, but you are a homeroom teacher, and I guess it is imperative for you to know. But under the fountains in the bathrooms, there's a entryway into, I guess, an old chamber of trials, and there was a ghost girl guarding them who called themselves Malice. We found this out because we were fighting a troll that also happened to be in the bathroom, but that's besides the point.
He thinks for a second as he's like, that's. I'll run it by with the other teachers and see what they think. But for now, I would suggest to stay away from that place.
Well, we already went down there, so it's fine.
You are, did what? Down where exactly?
In the Chamber of Secrets, I guess is what I'll call it for now.
That's copyrighted.
There's some. Time to get sued, baby.
I don't know exactly what that means. Look, I'll talk with you about it later, and I want you to show us what exactly you're talking about. Is that understood?
Well, I'll introduce you to Malice, and if Malice lets you in, you can go in, but it's up to the ghost girl.
I wasn't there, but on average, I don't think you should be listening to someone named Malice.
Yeah,
I think as a paladin, you'd be a little smarter than that, bud.
Hey, I'm a charisma-based class, not intelligence, okay?
What does that mean?
Anyways, as he thinks to himself for a second, pinches the top of his nose like he's thinking for a second, as he basically just proceeds to start to slowly walk out, and as he's walking out, he says, I don't know what you all have planned for today or what you plan to do today, but for now, I feel like I need some more rest, and we'll definitely probably be talking more, unfortunately, tomorrow.
Have a nice day, Mr. Greyhound. Get some rest. Get some soup.
Does anyone else ever get the feeling that he doesn't like us?
Always.
And hello. Once again, my name's Corona. I don't think you've said your name yet.
No, hello. My name is Aramis.
Nice to meet you, Aramis.
I'll be right back as you converse.
It's very nice to meet you. We call ourselves the rats because of Big Red over here. That's really the only reason. Big Rat's our mascot. As I point over to the rat.
And I'm Glacier. Big Rat's technically mine. She gives a brief wave. I can send a text-based description.
If you have any questions for us, we can try to answer. Of course, we're basically just as new as you.
I see. Well, I say I'm brand new myself. I used to be a professor at a magic university, so there are some things I know quite well, but I'm having to work my way back from the autumn here as a soul hunter.
Was there anything else they taught at your academy? I myself have a master's degree in
Why doesn't
anthropology.
This is our group. You have Odd,
He waves.
Glacier, Cassius. I said the correct name. Ashaka's over there sharpening blades.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's
Apparently,
no
there's going to
longer
be a
lawless land.
apparently there's going to be a tournament today between the different groups. So
We're gonna kick ass.
yeah,
We're probably not, but we're gonna try, I guess.
Well, I'll do what I can to help. So why did you all want to become soul hunters?
To protect my forest, and that's it. Only reason why. Nothing else.
A noble cause.
I mean, originally I was just kind of told that I had a special ability, and I was like, I'll use this to protect people. But now that I know my ability a little bit more, I need to get more in tune with that ability and what exactly it means. So that's currently my reasoning, is to not only help people, but to understand my power and the meaning behind a specific aspect of it that I feel is better to show once I activate it.
That's
Might not be, or she might or might not be a necromancer.
Because I've explained it to people and everyone thinks that it's at first a bad thing and then now it's an okay thing. It's very confusing. Some people think it's necromancy. It might be. I'm not even sure.
it's understandable wanting to control awakened powers. So understand.
Did I ever actually send the picture of Ashaka for y'all to see in the Discord?
No, I don't
think
believe
so.
you did.
Okay, because I do have one. Hang on. Boop. There we go.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I had that.
Glacier would kind of shuffle a bit awkwardly, looking down at the ground rather than up at the group. I'm
My picture's further up, but it's basically the same as you see here.
only here for college. It's kind of hard to find a job. Yeah.
Glacier over there is the proprietor of Big Rat. That's their ability.
I don't know if we should call him an ability. He does apparently
And
have feelings.
Cassius
He's an indentured
is
servant.
weird stuff.
Cassius has some weird stuff.
To be honest, that's the only way I can explain you. You do weird stuff. Do you happen to know what your ability is, or have you not used it too much yet?
I do. I became a soul hunter to control it more, but mostly to it's a bit of a Aramis isn't really my real name. Unfortunately, he kind of, and I'm not trying to be like stuck up by not telling you my real name either. It's
Is it one of those names have powers kind of thing?
It's almost the opposite. I'll give it a I'll give it a go. I guess really the best way to see is to show. And he opens his mouth, and you hear like syllables come out of his mouth, and they form a name. But it's like it goes in one ear and just like out the other. You just completely forget it as soon as he says his name. Anybody remember?
Well, I definitely heard noise.
It's a nifty little curse. You see, my name has been stricken from existence.
That's actually really cool in theory.
Well, it's if it was happening to somebody else, it would be cool. I would think it'd be very cool. It's a very interesting curse, but every achievement I've ever done, every friend or family member I've ever had does not know me.
Oh,
What happens if
yeah, I
we write
can
your name down?
see that
Can we-
being a problem.
Shaka kind of like looks him up and down, like sizing him up. She goes, "You a criminal?"
No, I it's a seeker of knowledge that went too far. It is ultimately how I gained my soul drive, though.
Yep. As far as she knows, you're telling the truth. So.
Corona, saying that you were saying some deep things. It's like, even though my ability is better shown than explained, the best way I can explain it personally is it's similar to a form of necromancy, as I've been told. But whenever I am involved in the death of a creature, I can beseech its soul for part of its power. Currently, I have the keen smell of a troll that we killed in the bathroom. But previously, I've had the venom spit from a bone skeleton spider. I've had the innate not unneed to sleep, and then also immunities to different forms of poison.
Wouldn't use the word beseech in the future. It doesn't sound very good.
I'm trying to understand the soul as much as I possibly can, because while my power is based off of them, I don't wish to harm them. But whenever I've used my ability, it seems that the soul just is no more. And that's not what I want to do with them. I want them to be redeemed. I want them to go. Usually, most monsters and beasts, they go to some form of the 9 pits because of their deeds in life. And I want to try to redeem their souls, bring them to their own realm of life, their own realm of I can't think of the plane of existence.
It's an again, noble goal. I don't have such noble goals or ideals. We're simply here just to find a way, if there is any, to break this curse on my name. But as far as mine, I'm a chronomancer. That is the magic that controls time, if anybody is unaware. So my power is closely related to that. It takes a pretty big toll on me, but I can alter reality to suit my whim once a day.
I missed it.
Well, it's nice to have you on the Rats, as long as you wish to join us. I assume you probably don't really have a choice, but still.
Yes, essentially. I am
Oh, he rotates us. How do you rotate?
You said there's some sort of tournament coming up today.
Yeah, we were told the other day by another group of students that there would be a tournament between the different groups of students. We don't know much about the other groups, but we do know a couple of things that I have written down. It seems every other group has the same number of people, So it should be 1, 2, 3. 6v6 v 6v6. There will be multiple challenges, which only one you can assign any person to a challenge, but you can only assign a person to one challenge. It's one challenge per person, but not one person per challenge. Other than that, we don't really know too much else. We tried to get information, but seems Mr. Greyhound doesn't know anything about it, and none of the other students are willing to really tell us anything.
Okay. Well, that looks like it'd be something fun to look forward to if that happens.
It's happening today, by the way.
Yeah.
As he
Apparently.
said that, as he says that, you literally start to hear kind of like coming out, not from specifically from outside the door, but coming from inside the building in general.
We should probably go see what that's about.
I suppose
You
so.
all proceed to go. Just go ahead and go right here. You can see on the map.
I'm so glad we have autonomy through rooms.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Automatic room, just go.
Woo!
As you all proceed to come out the room and see how do I explain? You see the three other groups kind of almost sectioned out to be that of the Silver Roses, led by lovely Devin Mani in the front. Basically not the one that did the horn. As you can see, the one that did the horn seemed to be that of the more muscular person behind Devin in the line. You could see like he was like eager to do it at first, and now that he's done it a little bit, they're like, okay, that's enough. As he's like, oh. As you can also see that of the natural talents over here, sitting at the table, almost like waiting, having a little bit of a side chat, as you can almost see what looks to be like the Dark Hour Knights over at a different table. To instead of planning, most of them kind of just look bored or like uninterested, except for Collins, who is the knight. The knight who seems to be in a good amount of armor, but he's still kind of like shaken basically in the armor. He's like, what's this is guys, are we good? Do we everything we need? He's kind of going back and forth as everybody seems to somewhat be ignoring him. Even that of what looks to be a small I say small, but like not small for their race, but a fairy of sorts that appears to also be with them. Sitting on not the bench part of the table, but on the actual table, as he's kind of like filing his nails a little bit, as he's almost looking to be, not even almost, just kind of also uninterested as well. Also to be somewhat conversating, just a little bit of small talk. As you all proceed to basically come up, Akira, I don't see your character.
Yeah.
Are you on the foundry?
Yeah.
Yeah, come bring your character down to the actual door, and you'll see what happens.
I'm gonna have to give me a second to switch browsers. I think this browser.
This is unacceptable. Ashaka makes eye contact with the Owlin on the other team that's lined up in the hall and says, "We have the better one!"
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
The better bird!
Everyone's just kind of looked at you, kind of confused.
Eh.
You know what? Shaka, give me just a charisma check.
Oh no, this is gonna go terribly. Is there any chance that I could persuade you to do an intimidation check instead?
No, because that's not.
Roll to persuade me.
You don't know what's
Dang it.
happening.
That's not good.
You know,
You
11's
see-
above average.
You see over at the bird that you were talking about specifically, he looks at you and he kind of just like bows and he kind of just doesn't pay any mind. He's mad chilling.
Okay, well, she's glaring at him now.
Mad chilling. Big chilling.
Ah,
She's not chilling. We
as
really
you-
do have the better bird.
As
Do you
proceed
think that
to,
we're the same species?
Yeah. And he's not as cool.
That's not an owlet.
It's not?
No.
Oh, well, that's what you're marked at in the Twitch. That's what I was reading.
No,
off of.
I'm an owlet. He is not.
Oh.
I thought he was. Didn't you explain him as an owl?
Yeah, it looks
You
like
say a
one.
different bird.
Can't bring out my own.
now I gotta just check. 'Cause now I'm
Oh, this is gonna be sick.
No, he's the other bird. He's the Amaraka.
He's an Arakaka.
Oh, Eric.
Well,
Akra.
Are you?
They're
being
both
I'm also
birds.
pretty sure
We
Shaka
have
said
the better
bird.
one. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. I was being inclusive.
The Aramis reach into his cloak, and his hand kind of like phases through the fabric of the cloak. He's reaching into a pocket dimension, and he grabs something, and out of it, he pulls out from the scrot, like basically his like grabs it by the head. He pulls out an owl and he throws it in the air. Just kind of like chucks it, and it like spins a few times before it like gets its bearing and realizes what the fuck's happening, and like starts to flap its wings and and fly. This is my familiar birdie.
You can drag it out from. You can drag.
Is
it
he
out
gonna
from
eat
your-
Big Rat? Please don't let him eat Big Rat. Big Rat's already mad at me.
Where do I drag it out from?
If you go to your. If you go to the right where you see under rats, you should see extras, Kikiro, and then you should see your companion.
I just see rats and then Aramis.
Let me check. You should be under character.
Yeah, I
There you
see.
go.
Yay. We have another animal.
Nice.
This is my that's my familiar. He's a bird.
Out of character. He
Not,
looks kind of sad in the eyes.
That's because I
Well,
treat
he's
it. That's
keeping him
'cause I-
he's keeping him in the jacket.
well, that's
so sad.
That's because I treat
I
him like
mean,
cannon fodder, and I
he just got grabbed by the head and thrown around. I would be sad. too.
yeah, I don't. We don't have a very close relationship. He comes out when he's needed to scout or to take one for the team and die.
Not,
Alright, you've had
not
enough
big
fresh air.
bird.
You've had enough fresh air. Get back in there, and he goes and he reaches over and like grabs it by its scruff of his neck and like, shoves it back in his cloak.
Come on,
I
we
really
treat
don't
animals
think
with
you should be
respect in the
doing
rats,
that.
all right?
Yeah, odd is half a horse.
Well, that's the
think we
thing.
have
Is
a
that-
rat.
well, good thing it's not an animal. It's technically a fey spirit, so I don't have to treat it well.
I
To
think
be
that's
fair, we don't treat Big Rat very well.
Honestly, we
Yeah, I guess that
really
is
don't.
that is true. Well, we at
Working
least treat
on
him
it.
with respect. We might not treat him well, but we treat him with respect.
I've been working
Be
on this
honest,
much
if we
as I
had, like,
can.
if we had no other way of disabling a trap and we had Big Rat, would you make him walk on it?
No, I'd walk
no,
on it.
I can disable a trap.
What you've broken hands in this situation.
Yeah, I'll walk
Well,
on the trap.
Big Rat knows
You
how
can
to
say I
use
have to use
tools
my hands.
sometimes.
My owl
Okay.
bird has broken many a trap.
Either way, back important stuff.
Also, the other parties are just listening to this conversation for the record.
Yeah, they've just been
We're
watching.
doing nothing to help ourselves.
So what's going on?
Well, as I see, I don't choose to remember the voice I had for it. Devin does speak up, which let me try this new command. I think this. Oh, yeah, it works. There you go. I could make people see this. It's hard for me to want to re-explain all the characters, but we do have a new person, so I will say at least for anybody that I get to, I'll try to reintroduce somewhat. So for Devin, in front of the rest of his group, you can see wearing that of a more formal more formal darker blue kind of I would say closer to a soldier's uniform, but not specifically like a soldier's uniform. More like that of just like of high status. And he proceeds to after seeing all of you somewhat talk and fool around a little bit to even make a snide kind of laugh like. "Ugh. It looks like the rats are back."
Looks like Piss Boy is back.
Hey, pretty boy, have you ever had a mind lash up your ass?
Hey, you get it. You get it. You're part of the rats
Whoa.
now.
Literally, he's just confused. Is that a way to be speaking to someone of superior status?
Do you want to get your ass kicked, or do you want to tell us what's going on?
You're the one
Either
making
way,
the
the
fuss.
first one's gonna happen.
They don't speak for me.
The kind of magic I wield, you are snot on my boot.
Uh-huh. Just like the rest of the people who've said that. Very funny. As he
I
just
can't
straight up does not believe you.
speak for me.
Are you going to be in the tournament?
Of course.
I look forward to finding you.
And if you do, then you'll probably be the one on the floor.
I want to smite this man to death.
With that,
Just
so,
remember that when I've got your pants down around your ankle.
They really do not speak for me. I cannot say it enough times.
you get some kind of like maybe one or two kind of like knowledge, like heads, like kind of like nodded acknowledgement. But Devin continues on as he's like, "Well, this is now a fantastic time to truly get things started here. As baby, just baby, changes the music."
Shock is still glaring at the bird person and just goes.
I don't know why you have such a vendetta against a bird person and not this asshole.
Listen,
Ashaka-
we have the
Ashaka-
better one.
Ashaka has killed and roasted many a bird people in his lifetime.
I wouldn't be
she's got all
surprised.
kinds of people, so yeah, maybe.
Killed, roasted,
No,
and
it's not.
ate all types of birds.
It's not racist if you do it to everyone equally.
She would
Aramis.
definitely eat a human.
Yeah, Aramis immediately
Yeah.
dislikes this person. There's only room for one condescending asshole that looks down on people.
See, Aramis, you're really part of the rats now. Instantly hating this guy as soon as you see him.
Yeah, she hasn't met this guy yet. So she doesn't really care.
Oh yeah, he pissed and shit himself on the first day he met us.
Yeah. Yeah, he met us and pissed and shit his pants as soon as he saw us.
You are
I've never met this
also-
person before, but
cannot hold his bowel movements. Clearly, he can hold the spell on someone.
The amount of disrespect, but both trying to ignore you that is visible on his face. You can see like almost like the vein almost pop up just a little bit, but that's about it.
So wait, he really shit his pants?
No,
Yes.
but they are not going to try to let that go.
I cast bowel movement.
I cast a ninth level spell, power word shit.
Has testicular torsion.
It is a heck of a lot.
Truly, the man is a visionary. Not even I would be able to withstand the smell of shit in his britches in combat.
Just
That's why he wore the brown pants.
you'll probably get like a couple of chuckles maybe here and there, not from his squad, but like somewhere down here, from one of the two other ones, but two other squads, but that's about it. He's like, Devin says, for all of this talk about this, just for you all to be losers today. It's very interesting. As
Why don't we put a wager on it, huh? Why don't you put your little bitch mouth where your money is?
Why would I wager with peasants, especially with those that don't even know their own class? You've nothing to offer.
I'd be scared to wager too if I shit my pants when I first
Pretty
met
sure
him.
I know my class. I'm a druid.
Is every time it comes up, he just like, you can see he's like a slight bit of anger, but like he's just choosing to ignore it.
We have a out of character. We have a bard on the team, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm surprised nobody's made a song out of it.
I don't think he's that kind
Oh,
of
there
bard.
once was a man named Devin, and he did shit his pants.
Yeah, I don't see
God.
him as a bard.
Ah,
Yeah, I was
Sure.
like, I don't think he was that kind of bard. But
Damn.
yeah,
Sadly.
like I said, all of your attempts with making fun of him with what you guys did to him before, he like I said, he doesn't care. He's cares enough that, but it's mostly the laughter a couple here and there from one of the two teams down there. As he
I'm gonna
proceeds.
wager if we lose, we'll never mention the pants shitting again.
Okay, but wait, what do I get out of that? Because I didn't mention it in the first place.
Just gonna
get
go
honor.
over to Glacier and just put one hand over her mouth and just say, "Let them cook."
Let them
We
cook.
could also just say you guys don't have to be a part of this cup and don't have to win any magic items. Completely fine with me.
Are there any magic axes involved?
There actually is.
Well,
That's
I'm
crazy.
sure there are some magic pants involved. That's why you're entering.
She's locked in
They're
now.
called they're called diapers.
Either way,
Anyway.
I think we've dunked on you hard enough for now.
He rolls his eyes once again in annoyance, but he's like, continuing on to the actual dorm cup. There are some explanations, some rules, especially for those who simply don't know what they're doing. That was directed at your group.
Fucking told you.
He casts minor illusion to make a basically like a shit noise like appear at Devin's area.
Hey,
Once-
you really are part of the
once-
rest now.
Once again, very annoyed. does not try to pay any mind. You still get a couple of chuckles. However, I will
Okay.
also mention to you before, or sorry, not before, but I will mention to you this is pretty much the same trick that they did before. So
Okay,
Yeah,
all
this-
right, fine.
so
This is what we did before.
See, but you're using minor illusion. I use prestidigitation.
yeah, I'm saying though it's similar to where it's like, haha, you guys are making him sound like a piss boy, making him sound like he shit his pants, and it's like it only happens when you guys are around.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. He's shitting in his piss in his pants as he sees us walking.
Trembling in his boots, as one would say.
Either way, but let's actually
All
hear
right,
out
please,
what's
yeah,
going on.
please continue, Devin. Stop shitting your pants.
Funny.
I don't know how to get rid of the
He here as he proceeds to continue on and to actually try to explain the rules of the Dorm Cup, he goes and explains that the top teams essentially will get the selection of magic items. However, the top team will be receiving that of the Dorm Cup. And I don't have a specific picture, so I'm just going to explain it. As one of them kind of brings out a normal trophy cup that you would think of, except instead of this one being kind of like made out of metal, it seems to be made out of different assortions of paper. Like it's been paper machéed together. Not to say that it looks terrible, it just to say that it looks like if you put a bunch of newspapers and made it professionally look like a trophy, that's kind of what it would look like.
Huh.
So
Does
we
that
get
mean
this
that
if we win.
teachers aren't condoning this?
Mr.
Where are the magic
Richmond.
items coming from?
They're coming from me.
Wait, you put this whole thing together just because you could?
Because it's a tradition. Did you not hear anything of what I've said last time that we You know what? Of course not, because your group doesn't listen.
All I hear is a bunch of
Well,
yapping.
we
am I right?
heard
before,
you
Claire.
yesterday, so we asked around. No one else told us anything. We asked our teachers. None of the teachers knew what you were talking about.
Again, I say, I have never met you before. I don't know what your problem with me is.
I
His
have
problem
a
with
problem
you is that you
your
associate with
whole
us.
group.
What?
He said he has a problem with your whole group.
Well, I need you to
That
stop your
makes
problem
sense.
with me before it becomes a
Doesn't
problem
change.
with you.
Fact.
So
So
he pretty much. I don't think he would say anything of that. I think he would again ignore you trying to continue on, as he says the dorm cup here, as well as selections of magic items if you're higher up on the list. With that being said, is everybody ready for the actual rules of the cup?
sure.
So, I also will be showing this off after I get through this, but he says, the rules of this Storm Cup. 1. No interference from the spectators, as that will be qualified as cheating and you will immediately be out. There are 3 games to be played. Any amount of players can be put on a team for any of the games. However, any person that has played in a game cannot play in another. Go to rule 3. You want to have the lowest points possible. So per game, your team earns points based on where they are placed. First, 1 point, second point, third, 3 points, fourth, 4 points, etc. Number 4 is the top 2 teams fight each other in the third game, and the bottom 2 fight. The bottom 2 teams fight. The top 2 fight for first and second, and the bottom 2 fight for third and fourth, essentially. So, be prepared for whatever you need to do. The games
So how
are
many
as
games are there?
followed. The games are as followed. Billiards battles, where we shall commence that to be some of the greatest 8-ball game. Yes, we are playing pool.
I'm not part of it.
What the hell's a pool? Like a swimming pool? Like, because that is
No,
never
like
seen
that
pool
over there.
before.
There, after the billiards battles, will be that of the obstacle marathon, said to be that of a brutal run. It should be obvious that this should also be that of a race. But if there's for some reason why you cannot finish it, or some reason why you cannot make it to the next person / checkpoint, you will be disqualified as well. Lastly, for what some of you might be waiting for, the Thunderdome. A place where we shall make and commence furious battle.
Yeah. Ashaka like roars and clangs her shield and her axe together.
I like how Shaka, unironically, just is always carrying their axe and shield on them. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just in their hands.
Here you go. You can see the rules as well as the statistics.
Ooh.
Okay.
Don't
No.
mind me if I copy and paste this.
So is it going to be like
That's
two
not,
of us
you don't even need to
participating?
copy and paste it. It's gonna be there just to be
Oh,
seen.
it's gonna be there. Okay, thank you.
Is it going to be two of us
Uh,
participating in each one, or what?
I mean,
'Cause you
that's
said, like-
probably the best option if you. Well, I mean, we don't need 2 people for each.
Yeah,
Could
pool.
one
I don't
of
think
you
we need
probably
two
have-
people.
Could
Yeah.
one of you copy and paste?
Probably
the
just have
stats
one
into the
Oh
person.
yeah.
chat?
Sure. Don't worry, I got you.
Could one of you copy and paste the stats into the chat?
That's what they
Yep.
said they're doing. The stats though right now aren't really doing
Yeah.
anything because I haven't edited them, aka as you guys get through I'll edit them because
There
the
you go.
point being is as we get to the battle or the different games is how many people that you basically have. And I will say, even without telling you like specifically what happens in each one of them, the more people you have, it definitely would be the better chance you have at succeeding / winning. You could think of billiards battles as it's like every person you have needs to be defeated in the 8-pool game to be out. Obstacle marathon is like you pick points in the marathon, so pretty much like the tag run where you would run and then you give like the small little pole you have in your hand to the next person and they take it and run. It's kind of like that but with obstacles. As the Thunderdome, I think it's kind of obvious what you would have if you had more people for that. But in the first place, you still would have to get through the billiards battles and obstacle marathons to potentially see if you fight the top placers or the bottom placers.
Well,
I could
So
probably run. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Odd's actually a really good choice for the obstacle marathon. I think we put me
Yeah.
and Cassius in the Thunderdome, and then I think we do
no, I don't think Corona's really good at either billiards or the marathon.
You know,
Corona has really good dexterity though. She could do
I-
like sleight of hand. She
No.
could probably cheat, honestly.
I think
No.
She could probably cheat.
I think Glacier should be doing
Yeah.
the billiards. I feel like they have the best chance.
Yeah, Glacier is
actually-
probably really good at billiards.
okay.
If
Yeah.
it's dex based.
I would really
Yeah, if
like
it's
to be able
dex
to
based,
speak
which
up,
it
please,
probably
guys.
is.
I would really like to be able to speak my part here, given that we're throwing my character around. If there's an obstacle course, it might make sense to put the person that can run 120 feet per round and teleport twice per round, rather
yeah.
than anyone that would actually be slow or possible to fail.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
But it's probably, I would assume it's probably not a movement thing. This is probably like a skill check challenge.
A
Well,
skill
you
check
could
for the rogue.
reasonably ask for advantage given how much movement speed you have.
It's I mean, she's a rogue, so she has a ton of expertises anyway. She's got skill expert, so she's got more expertises. She's a rogue, so she's got dex. She's got the 120 movement speed, and it's a race. And
Yeah.
the teleport to just entirely circumvent obstacles.
Yeah, but a marathon, I could also reasonably see him asking for an athletics check and not an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Reminder,
It's
I
still
did
a
say
marathon. That would come to
reminder. I said it's an obstacle marathon.
Oh, obstacle. Okay, my bad.
Also,
I don't know why I was
have
thinking
this high
marathon.
bolstered neck, which allows me to add a d6 if anything that I'm proficient in comes up, which is about half the list.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think Glacier should do the run, the obstacle course. And only Glacier, because I think they'd have the best shot unless anyone else has something
Yeah.
up their sleeve.
I don't have
Can we use
anything. I
Like,
assume
what's
you
good for
can use
cheating?
anything you have.
I mean, so then can I just use suggestion on one of the opponents and force him to forfeit?
Force them to forfeit.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
That's a good idea. So maybe you should be part of the billiards.
Ooh.
Yeah, honestly, I think there should be one like actual fighter in the Thunderdome and a supporter.
I mean, I'm really good at fighting too, so either me or Shaka can go. I don't think my skills are really good for either the marathon or the billiards.
Ashaka could probably do the marathon because I have the whatever the barbarian dash thing is. I have that skill twice. And then I have the
I mean,
actually that's about it. But I have pretty decent athletics
to
and
be
acrobatics
honest,
checks.
failing one of these challenges on purpose isn't the worst thing, right? If we fail billiards on purpose, like if you just send one person over there.
Well, yeah, but we would automatically get 4 points, meaning I don't think it would really even be possible. It might be theoretically. No, given. I mean, these guys are probably going to get first place in the billiards and then probably second place. So it would have to be a toss-up between if the fourth place person gets fourth place twice or if they get fourth and third.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way we'd be able to possibly fight against the first people. So I think we have to at least come third or second in billiards. I don't think we can be last.
I can do billiards and use magic. And
I could
always-
probably do the obstacle.
That's
Yeah,
like,
we
is
marathon
that
additional.
cheating? Because I don't see that in the rules.
Is
I
what
mean, I'm
cheating?
just like
Using
using
magic?
to like mind control magic.
Two
I
people on
mean-
the billiards and one person on the obstacle course. That would leave us 3 for the fight, which would hopefully at least make sure that we
Yeah.
get third or first, depending on which bracket we're in.
Yeah.
And then
Doing that.
I think
Also,
casting
not to-
magic with like verbal or like components is probably going to get you kicked out.
I mean, we
That's-
can
I-
ask
that-
them.
That's what I'm
Unless it's
asking.
like
That's what I'm asking. Clarifying the rules. I'm like it's magical.
I tried to get to that. So I'm not gonna do this in character. I'll just tell you out of character. So for that of the Billiards Battles Obstacle Marathon, the Thunderdome, those are all gonna have somewhat of its own rules, obviously, to kind of follow, but not to say that it's going to be a clear list. It's more of like you're not gonna break the pool table and be like, I win, right? You know. But for magic being used in general, no, you can kind of do what you want, but there was nothing in the rules about surrendering either.
Yeah. So we could have 3 people, me, Ashaka, and Odd for the Thunderdome. Cassius and Aramis for the Billards, and Glacier for the Marathon. That seems like a good pick, right?
Sure.
Makes
Okay.
sense to me.
All right, I think that's our plan,
If
Natsu.
if you want to write that down, feel free.
Also, for
The
some reason, I don't have the capability to see the journal entry for the rules.
the top right, when you click the journal, you don't see the dorm cup tracker.
No.
Set to all players.
There we go. Now I can see.
Um, for whatever you guys have planned to do, I would say at least write it down for yourselves. However, I will also say this is one of those things of where each team kind of calls up the people that they're going to be using for the game. Uh, However, whatever you guys decide that you want to specifically do, even if you think that you already have it, I will be putting us now on break. So I think a 15-minute timer would do us all well. I think. Yeah. Does anyone?
All
I
right.
said 15.
15
Crazy.
minutes is crazy.
50-minute break would be crazy. Yeah.
50 minutes.
so,
Everyone go get some
So
dinner.
So we'll be back.
let's all have a 12. We'll have a 12-hour break.
We'll be back. Everybody stay tuned. deafening. As we will proceed to go back. Hello, hello, we are back. With ourselves. Okay. So as time was given a little bit for all the teams to formulate their plans, their ideas, whatever that they are going to plan to do, they proceed to it proceeds to get to the point where it's time for the billiards battles. As specifically, I would like to play this, but I'm going to hope that this one sounds good.
I'm assuming the billiards battle is where the billiards table is. I think it's in this room. Yeah. You know, I totally forgot to ask Aramis if he has any builds he wants to use specifically.
Anyway,
Like, what do you plan on using to get these guys out of the game?
suggestion.
I guess I'll go with that.
And I may have my owl peck at him.
Your pocket owl.
I let him out. Can pop your sheet out to another tab, right?
Yeah, if you just double click at near the top of it, you'll be able to do that.
Well, that just minimizes it. I mean, like, can I pop it out outside of the screen,
Oh, I don't know.
like in Roll20, basically?
Oh, and I'm sorry, you're trying to do what now?
Like, can you pop your character sheet outside of the screen, like in Roll20?
Outside of the screen? No, everything on Foundry is like in Foundry, unfortunately. If you mean just have it like pop out, you could just double click the top of it. It should like kind of minimize or like minimize. I'm trying to figure some things out here. This. Alright. So rooms really just not big enough for too many people, so I'm not gonna bring in specifically everybody in here. Some people are gonna be more on the outside. However, the thing is, as we're getting into this, Devin says as an additional rule as we get into the billiards battles. Well, actually, additional rules as to go to both the billiards battles and to the obstacle marathon. He says harmful spells are not allowed until the Thunderdome, basically.
What's
Like
considered harmful?
Like doing damage?
Pretty much.
Okay.
As long as harmful means damage.
I shoot Eldritch Blast out of him to kill him so he can't play pool.
I
So
cast
that's
power word shit.
Literally, what I was thinking of was just like, it's not a battle. It's billiards, guys, and I'm like, well, I'll just put that in there. As for the people who are going to be attaining to the billiards battles, I assume everyone, for the most part, have decided. Did you guys decide on your list on who will be participating?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Is
It is Cassius and Aramis.
are familiars allowed?
I didn't say they weren't.
He
They are an
doesn't
extension of me.
he doesn't really know what to kind of say to that, as it's kind of like, I guess, but it's just kind of weird.
Okay, all right.
Not
Let
as
the
weird
record
as
show
being
he
a
allowed.
piss boy.
Yeah, he allowed familiar.
Yeah, well, go pick up that ball right there and go put it in that hole.
Or
You
pick
might
up that ball
actually-
and fly off with it forever.
You might get disqualified if you do something like that, though, because you just admitted that being an extension of you, if you were to cheat like that and just, do away with the game like that, there's
All
a
right.
possibility.
Is
But
it okay
it's
for me to gently stroke my enemy's butt?
I don't think.
Is
you
that
would
against the
that.
rules?
I would say it's against the rules just because that's weird.
Well, I was seeing if I could use my familiar to like poke at them or like
I know what you're saying, but the way you said it, you already said it. Like I get it. You like ass, man. It's what it is.
Is it okay to use physical touch to distract opponents?
It is very much looked down upon.
But is it against the rules?
He looks kind of like over at the rest of the group, and they all kind of in a consensus kind of somewhat agree that it feels like it would be against the rules.
Okay, he picks up his owl and he stuffs it back in his cloak.
Back in now. For the billiards battles, let me just actually get the people out now. For the billiards battles, the people that come out for the silver roses are Devin and Monty, and where is who am I thinking? This one. And Bond. As you see Bond, you see as a explanation of how he looks is pretty much a somewhat shirtless, kind of more skinny male, to be that with kind of more crazy dangling kind of hair, just in general, that he can, that do that stylish kind of flick with it, and it kind of just works. But he looks almost like he's got a serial killer vibe. But you know what? He's here for some billiards, so yay. Followed by coming from the natural talents, Beatrice. Beatrice, who appears to be that of a taller kind of woman, but still to be that of what you can somewhat guess to be a Goliath with a female Goliath with that to be of a very white kind of hood cloaking, just in general somewhat white clothing. As it looks like they're almost like a little bit cold because just from all like the clothing that they would have, that's the guesstimate that you would give. Paired with yes, Morgana of the natural talents, a woman a woman that looks to be like that of a tiefling, even though it is a little bit off from that of a normal tiefling, considering there to be more perfection to it per se, as she looks like everything that she does is that with some type of like finesse. Even just her looks or her casual stance looks to be that of perfection. And coming from the knights, the Dark Elder Knights is there he is. Slithers
spinning.
to be that of a white. When I say white skin, I mean like their skin literally looks to be that of the color pure white, along with their pure white hair as well. That's like looks a little bit short just around them, but they kind of give a disposure or just kind of like a view or a sense of they have certain type of skills, but you don't think that those skills would potentially fit for that uh, of this type of game. He does look very annoyed or kind of just bored in general. As now for the actual billiards battles.
Beforehand, Aramis would just go down and say, "Ladies, let's have fun. Pleasure to meet you. And may the best person win." And he whispers, "Let's try to let it not be Devin." And he just smiles, curious to see their reaction.
Damn, I wanted to smite Devin so badly.
Beatrice gives Beatrice down here gives no response as she kind of just tries. She's got like that position where she tries to kind of keep to herself, while Vergata does kind of like give a kind of a look at first, but in general she's just like, darling, Devin is not winning this. I am.
Well, then I wish you good luck. He puts his hand out to shake her hand, see if she does.
Would she? I'm trying to debate if she even would, because there's a. I think that she. I think that she will, but like in a very kind of like a light manner, where she's like doesn't really want to shake your hand, but she kind of slowly gives it out. Gives
Okay.
out her hand.
Take it. He'll then just give her a wave and go back to his team.
All right. With that, let the middle batters commence. So, for how the middle batters actually work, is people from each group selected someone at random. Uh, Basically have to fight off against each other in pool. Anybody who loses are out is out. But when you just because one person is out does not mean that the team is out. So pretty much last team standing.
Oh, so it's a 1v1 situation.
Yeah,
but
that's
you
why
can't lose twice.
because you have more people, you have technically another life. In a way. So, how to actually decide this? I'm gonna do. Okay. Oops.
Nope, 2 and 3.
Nope, that doesn't work.
I like how all these other groups' names are like the Dark Knights and
For real.
the True Talents and the Silver Roses. And here we are, the
Okay,
Rats.
so 2.
Yeah.
which
So
is
we got the Silver Roses, the Natural Talents, the Dark Hour Knights, and the Rats. Hey, at least we're honest, okay?
And
Oh,
to be fair, most of the fights we've been in, we've scurried away like little rats. You like let me scurried away. So we
so
survived.
the number is 2 and 7. That would be Bon here, as well as what do you want me to call your character?
Aramis.
All right, that's fine. As it becomes as Aramis, it lands kind of on you. As I'm assuming they're just pretty much pulling out a hat at this point. So now with that, what is going to essentially happen into this, unless anything else in specific happens, is I'm gonna basically coordinate this to be more of somewhat of a skill challenge, to be that uh of I'll kind of go through it a little bit with you as we're doing it, But the important thing that you need to know first and foremost is we're going to go with a 3 successes here in a game of pool. With that being said, for the person who goes first, we can flip a coin. Do you want heads or tails?
I'll call tail.
Tails never fails.
As we say to Odd, you never missed thrice.
Hell yeah.
As Cassius's friend Igneos would say. Winners win.
Speaking of, I love how we were told we could go check on him and we just didn't.
Yeah, we never
Well,
did we?
We haven't had time to. We woke up, got introduced to a new person, and then this happened. So, and I said hi to him yesterday, so it's fine.
I never said that he's awake. I don't think. He just said that they lost his legs.
No, they did say that he's awake.
They did. How do I flip a coin in Foundry? This is annoying.
He's awake and paralyzed. That's what we know now.
You just roll a D2.
There. Yeah, there you go. It was 2, which I assume is tail.
That's... Is that the actual thing?
I believe
Yes,
choose
flash.
tails.
Plus our 1d2.
That's not the coin though. Because the coin is actual
That
heads
is a
and
coin.
tails. That's if you'd have to understand what I meant. Give me a quick second. I just want to see if I can find this.
Take your time.
Really? Man, I'm gonna.
Any small chance anybody here plays Dark and Darker?
Yeah, I played it a little bit.
Damn. Alright. I'm looking for somebody to get their ass kicked with me.
If I still had it downloaded.
Especially there's going to be a wipe in a few days, finally. I am looking forward to.
Okay, so that.
Somebody should remix this song with a trap beat.
I guess we'll just use the 1d2 for now. It's really annoying because there's an actual coin, but I don't know how to get it to go.
Hell yeah.
There was a certain button, and I'm literally like, I even look up just how to flip a coin on Foundry, and it doesn't show up, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Okay. So, yeah, back to what we were saying. 1d2, I'll be rolling a 1d2 here. A 1 will be heads, a 2 will be tails. What do you choose?
Tails.
It was a 1, so Bond would be going first. Bond is going to...
What's Bonnie gonna do? He doesn't look magical.
The So now I'm actually getting to the turn. Now I can actually explain to you kind of how the turn back and forth is gonna look. It's gonna be a lot faster after we do it the first couple of times here. But what's gonna happen is every time you're doing your turn, you will start with an intelligence check. As you're pretty much kind of examining the board state. He had failed the intelligence check, so instead he would. Oh, okay. On the in check, you actually I don't even need to make him roll that then. On the in check, what it's doing is if you fail or succeed, you will pretty much be adding that bonus to your actual roll. Unfortunately, he failed. However, I'm actually not going to roll it for him anymore because he has a flat +0. That being said, though, after that, after the actual int check, you're going to do a sleight of hand or spear proficiency, which pretty sure he got a sleight of hand. So he's going to roll his sleight of hand. If he passes the DC check of 15, which he did, that creates a success for him, and he is going to keep going. Because that was successful, now that means he is going to as the kind of like the game of pool. You hit a ball in, you get to go again.
All right.
I should. Here. Oh my goodness, no. Going to do this. Freehand. Green. There we go. One little check mark. Goes again. Give sleight of hand.
I'm gonna. I've got a reaction. To that. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want him to get too. So I go to my features, I guess. So I see him about to line up a what I can tell is going to be a good shot, and I kind of do a little quick Jedi hand wave, and time kind of moves back a couple seconds before he lines up the shot. So he must re-roll.
What's that?
This is just he's just re-rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Sleight of hand. Ooh.
Natural.
Natural
Unfortunately,
one.
because it was a natural one, which is a part of my rule set here, him getting a natural one means that he both failed on this one, passing it to your turn, as well as helping you out, giving you a success.
Ooh.
Dang, he put the white ball in the hole.
You sure done did. With that, it becomes your turn.
Oh, yeah. So I do an intelligence check.
Yeah, if you have intelligence, if you actually have any type of intelligence modifier, positive or negative, you roll the intelligence before. Yeah, so you can add. So you'll be adding +5 onto your actual roll.
Okay. So and then I do a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand or spear proficiency, but I don't think you would have spear proficiency.
I do not. 7 plus 5. Nope.
See here. Nope. That is unfortunately not the 15, as you are passed it to his turn. As he is going to proceed to look at it. He doesn't got good intelligence or bad intelligence, so no check for that. But he is going to use sleight of hand once again to potentially get a good roll. Ooh, he got a good ass roll. as that is a second check mark for him, bringing him to what could potentially be his last roll.
I am going to use my special ability. So basically, my left eye is going to flash, and I'm basically going to look. It's going to see all the different convergent futures, and I'm going to grab thread from one in which he misses the shot and fails, and I'm going to pull that into reality and make it so. So he fails this shot.
Some people see that you kind of do a little bit of something, but they don't really know what you did, considering as it didn't look like there was really much of an effect. So no one really says anything. By the way, on the thing, because you used the special ability, click on that damage in the chat, and then under that damage, click on to that apply damage, and it'll just apply 8 to yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So you see, you all. I don't know if any of you even would see this, even in specific, because like I said, it looks like he did something for a second, but then it's like nothing really changed as he missed his shot. As it becomes your turn, Aramis.
All right, so I've got the +5 from intelligence, and so I'll roll my sleight of hand. Woo.
That is
You need to-
a success.
All right, and I will roll my sleight of hand again. So that's a +5. That's not enough. I am going to chronal shift again, and use my second and final version of chronal shift to force myself to reroll. I kind of like skip the shot, and I'm like, I kind of wave back to go back in time to try and line it up properly again. Stop a little roll rolling. Yeah. Come on. There we go.
You have gotten the third check mark as you get the last ball in, as Devin not looking too happy, seeing as his teammate has now just lost and is now not disqualified specifically, but you know what I mean. He's lost. He hoo weep sob cry. He is now basically much on the side, as he is less relevant now. As congratulations, you have won your spot right now, so you won't be called back up until pretty much kind of like the second round.
All right.
As now, I am going
Use all my time abilities though.
Give yourself a level.
Hey, I mean-
it was an
too.
intense.
Yeah,
was
you
pretty
you have
close.
you have a level of exhaustion now.
Ironically, 5 is you. Why am I blanking on names? Cassius, that is you. And number 2 right now would be it's Devin.
Hey, we can make them last place, Cassius. Go,
Mhm.
make them last place. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
So what I was hearing right is that magic is allowed as long as it doesn't do damage.
Pretty much. This works. Alright. Same rules as applied before. Are you going to call heads or tails?
Tails it is. Because tails never fails.
Tails would be 2.
Yep.
You go first.
Alright. You know, I'm gonna look over at Devin. I say, man, you have a ugly face. Let me help you with that so you don't see it anymore. And I cast a blindness, so he needs to make a con save.
Oh, oops, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Ah, there we go. God save.
Ooh.
That is a 7. What specifically happens?
He goes blind. And he can't see anymore.
That's crazy.
4.
What happens when you fail against blindness? You go blind, obviously.
Yes.
Wait, does it wear
Yeah.
off?
At the end of each of
Blindness
its
was-
turns, it can make another con save. And if it succeeds, the spell ends.
Okay.
But until it's at the end of his turn, so
Yeah,
it's
I
still
got you,
gonna
I
be a
got you.
little. Yeah. Alright, I'll make my little intelligence check. Will you allow me to use guidance, or would you not want to? Because I know those are 2 spells. I mean, I don't know. We're not really in combat turn-wise, but or
How does
that'd be too
guidance
much.
work again? Because I know you use it
it's-
on like almost everything, but I don't know if that's specifically
it gives
how
me a
works.
D4 on any ability check, but it is another spell, so it's up to you who. If we're using regular turn rules, then I wouldn't be able to. But
I'm pretty sure that even during normal spell rules, you casted a leveled spell, but that's a cantrip, right?
yeah, but they're both actions.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they would both be actions. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Then no, you'd have to choose one or the other. Okay, I get what you're
Alright.
saying.
yeah, okay. So I'll just roll my regular old intelligence check, which I don't think I pass.
I didn't see it. If you did.
Oh, never mind. I rolled on D&D Beyond. My bad. I am too used to being on roll 20. Alright, intelligence. That's a 7.
What's your intelligence modifier?
-1.
You add -1 to your roll.
Okay. I sleight of hand this time though.
Can you give yourself bardic inspiration to add a d6? Because that's a bonus action.
I don't think.
I can.
Oh, can you give yourself bardic inspiration? I think.
Actually, no. You can.
No,
get,
you
Yeah,
can't.
that's what I was saying. I don't think you could do that to
But here's
yourself.
my sleight of hand.
The only bard that can give themselves bardic is a lore bard, and it's not technically a bardic when they do it. And it's also like a level 14 feature.
Okay. Even with the -1, yeah, you still get that check mark. So it's still your turn, or I say still your turn. It's your turn again.
All right, another. Do I still have the -1?
No, you roll that every time.
You can just choose not to roll it, and I don't think you would get the.
No, you can't. You can't choose not to roll it. It's you roll it every time. I didn't roll it for Bond because he had a +0. So whether he succeeded or failed, it would be +0.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Another intelligence check then.
Yes. It's like, think about like this, the intelligence check, because you're like looking at the position of all the balls and everything.
Yeah, that's a 2. That's a 2.
That's gonna be a -1 onto your check here.
My
Hey, but
sleight of
this
hand
is your
expert-
second.
My sleight of
one,
hand
so-
expertise is coming in handy.
It definitely
That does not pass
did
the
not
DC
help him.
15.
But hey, he's blind, so
He's blind.
he can't do investigation if he's blind.
uh, someone's literally kind of just like, actually no, it'd probably be Bond. Bond's like, hey Devin, what the hell are you doing? As he's kind of just like looking around, kind of trying to figure out his way as he's kind of like touching onto the not like onto the middle of the board, but like just the outer edges at the moment. Because he's like, very clever for now. As pretty much everything that he's going to be doing now is going to be with disadvantage until he breaks that. So, what do I do it? I just do it like this.
Would he be able to pass the intelligence check, given that he can't see the balls to know where they are without touching them?
The intelligence check for him is pretty much him trying to get a what's the word I want to use? Get a bearing. So this is pretty much just for him to even attempt to try to hit even a ball. For him to even find where he needs to go, I guess, is the best way I can put it. In either case, he failed, giving him a -3 on his intelligence. Unless you don't want to counter like that.
I mean, he can just fail.
See, that'd be way too easy. Because he still has to do with disadvantage anyway, so it's fine.
Just, hey, Nat 1, let's go.
Where is his? Yikes! It's fine.
And -3, right?
Yeah, with the -3. As that ends his turn, as he'll make the con save. Once again. Ooh, nat 20.
Hey, you can just blind him again.
As he proceeds to break it, he looks almost kind of like peeved, as he basically didn't hit the ball into anything. It was almost like he hit, like you heard one like little clack onto another ball, but it really didn't go anywhere. As it does become your turn, Cassius.
All right. I will. I'll just roll. He's not gonna do anything. What's a 14 give me?
14 succeeds. Yeah, 14 succeeds, giving you basically you have a +1 to the roll now, instead of a -1.
I'm gonna give myself guidance as my action this turn.
Okay.
Let's say 15 plus a d4. 17.
That succeeds the DC check of 15. It is your turn again.
Alright, and I don't have guidance anymore this time. Another intelligence check. Actually, no. I just rolled another dex check. And a sleight of hand check, since I already rolled intelligence.
No, you roll intelligence again. You roll it every time.
Okay. A 15.
You get +1.
A 15.
That succeeds as you bring in the last pocket, as you see a very angered, somewhat angered, more of like peeved off, as he's like, fine, you can have this.
Not
Just
even
know
one
that
ball,
you're a
Devin?
petty cheater, whether you believe it or not. As he proceeds to go to his shame corner. As yet Another win for you guys. As now going to adjust some things here, aka go to my tracker real quick. Stats.
Hey, we got them in 4th place once. Glacier can make it happen twice.
Hey,
You have a lot more faith in Glacier's ability to roll decently than I do.
Hey, you have 120 feet of movement plus teleportation. You have very big reason to just
That is the
win.
hope. The hope is that rolls will not be a problem, but
I think what it'll be. I think it'll be a roll, and if you succeed, you move your movement speed, or something happens.
You. We will now do this last set here. Last set being. Actually, it's just.
I had to.
It's gonna be.
I had to reload the boundary page, and now I'm out of the room.
You're down here. Can you not see yourself?
No, it's like I can't see my character. I'm in our room right now.
You gotta place your token down again, I think.
Yeah, you gotta place your token down again, and then you can drag yourself out.
I got him. So. Okay. What I was saying here.
Sorry.
Since it comes down to basically these last two teams here, we're just gonna roll to see which one is going to proceed to go up. It's gonna be Morgana. Yeah, girl. As they proceed to have their battle, and in their battle, to make this go faster for the NPCs, I'm gonna have them just do another girlfriend.
Hey!
It seems Morgana was not perfect enough for this match, as you see Slithers has, well, slithered his way to victory.
My boy Slithers!
Yeah. As Slither victorious goes back to his corner like, this is easy. Morgana, shape corner, it's fine. But now it comes down to the second round, as the person that now will have to automatically be up here would be that of Beatrice. Beatrice, yes, a start here. But now, that means that brings all of you back into this.
Hello, Slithers.
So, outside of Beatrice, that means it's going to be 1, 2, 3. And the person to get called up, Cassius.
Oh, I gotta go up against him now, huh? Thought that was all good, man. I won my one.
Beatrice is in the natural talents.
Yay. Let's get first place, boys.
Okay, with that, heads or tails?
Tails.
Let's see if we get tails. We got tails. It becomes your turn first.
Right.
As Beatrice gives you that cold stare. Like, what will you do?
I think. All right. I'm gonna say, why does it take so long to shave a giant sheep with normal size clippers? Sheer size.
That was pretty good.
And I has Tasha's hideous laughter. And wisdom check.
Tasha City's laughter is so good.
So you're gonna tell that joke, and then you're gonna like stare at her for a few seconds, and then you're going to like verbally cast the spell on her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Laugh, damn it.
Laugh at my joke.
So as you pretty much force her into laughter, she goes from she just starts going maniacal into it as it's almost frightening in its own way.
I guess she does make sound. And she's not prone and incapacitated until the end of her next turn. And then she has to make another wisdom save. But intelligence. That's a 18 for intelligence.
You'll get a +1.
Sleight of hand. Ooh, that's a 15.
+1 home.
That is a success. I'm trying to find out which one of these
15 is the
incapacitated.
DC.
You can't take actions when you're incapacitated. So
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm trying to figure out which one is incapacitated on the stats. Actually, I can just go up here.
Effects incapacitated. Yeah, it's the one with the circle and the line through it.
So, yeah, you make your first success.
alright, give me another intelligence check. I'll take that -1.
-1.
Hey.
21.
That is still a success. You are on a roll. Let's see you get this third one without even potentially needing to have given Tosh his hideous laughter.
13. Did I pass that one or no?
No. That is a 14. So that would be a -1.
Well, he still succeeds.
Doesn't
You didn't need to use Tasha's
As
hideous
she's
laughter.
sitting, as she's on the floor laughing, dying, she doesn't really understand why. She literally like stops after a little bit, gets up and goes. It pretty much looks and she's just like confused because she doesn't understand. She just lost.
Clean sweep. Yeah.
Clean sleep. Now it's for Slithers against
Slightly upset,
Aramis.
slightly not understanding. She goes over to Morgana as they are now the third placers.
the first place we go, baby.
I gotta end Three. Yeah, that's real unfortunate for her. So then that brings it to actually the only people that now haven't gone in this round that are still a part of it is Slithers and still getting used to names here. Aramis. There we go.
Alright.
As both the natural talents and the silver roses are out, it becomes that of between you two. So technically somewhat of a 2-on-1 as you'd still have to beat you and Cassius. But what would you like? Heads or tails?
Keep going to.
Everybody loves tails.
Like I said, Tails never fails.
Yes, tails never fails. Fantastic.
That's it.
Now it becomes your turn.
All right. And like my teammate, I'm gonna be a bit of a dick. And
What do you mean? That was perfectly nice. I was nice.
he's gonna kind of aim up his shot, and he's gonna lean over and is like, you know, friend, I want to give you a friendly suggestion. I really think you should try and whiff your next few shots on purpose.
You should hit the 8-ball into
You
the
know,
hole.
you really want to let me win. I'm a nice guy.
Outside of the fact that I know it's a spell, I'm just like, I can't imagine just a guy being like, hey, you should just throw because I want you to.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Hey, hey, you should really just throw.
I don't know if he's got anything for that. So, what's the roll?
15 wisdom save.
Oh, whoops. This.
Ooh, unlucky.
He does not care.
You know,
Wow.
I may have a an answer to that
Wait,
actually.
He crits on 19s for wisdom save.
Let me read this.
No, I think
I'm gonna silvery
I
barbs.
think it's just green because it passed.
because he
I'm
passed the
not sure.
save. Yeah. If you click the DC 15 wisdom save, I think it'll be green if you pass it.
Ooh,
So
essentially
again,
disadvantage.
I see. Oh yeah, I can give it to myself too. That's perfect.
Can you? I thought
Yeah,
Silver
you-
Barbs is only others.
Yeah, you can give silvery barbs to yourself.
So I see him about to resist my spell, and I kind of just make a quick hand gesture, like, "Nope, try again."
He's
I can
kind
already
of
tell your character is hell of annoying to anyone. Like, you're just like, oh, you rolled good? No, you didn't.
Nah.
Same.
You roll.
I mean,
what want
silvery
you to-
barbs is almost as bad, or is probably just as bad as counterspell can be on. But it's a first level spell.
out of confusion, rolling again.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
it's just green or red if it fails or if it succeeds. As it has now been a failure.
okay, and
No,
then
he has to forfeit it.
no, I mean, I'm just having him with his. So I assume it just gives him disadvantage on the check, on the sleight of hand check. So so I do I need to make the intelligence check since I have +5? Or...
Yeah. You still
Okay,
gotta make
okay.
the intelligence check for each time. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is he?
Oh, there's something in my eye.
Oh,
Anything special? Oh, it was a dirty 20. Never mind.
Oh, you have advantage on that because it's the first roll after silvery barbs was used.
That's true. Do another normal
Ooh.
Dirty 20, a naughty 20 even.
roll.
It's crazy because
Okay.
it's also such a hit or miss. Because if you fail, that would have been -5.
Sucked.
So sleight of hand with +5. Ooh.
Boom. All right, made it.
That is a success as you are breezing through what you need to do.
And I so I do another intelligence check then, right?
Yes.
Pew. Oh, what do I get for that?
Unfortunately, nothing. You get the +5 as normal. If you would got the d20 on the actual attack roll, you would have had 2 successes.
Ah, can't give me advantage on the sleight of hand because of that.
Unfortunately not.
I
Plus,
feel.
I think you have a pretty good chance of winning.
I say that if I had
Please,
I'm just
suggested.
saying.
I'm like,
come on,
You
Nacho.
understand, we
Nat
have to
20s have effect in all
demolish
other
these guys.
situations. You
Uh-uh.
can't let him. Come on.
Most situations.
see, that's why you should let me roll advantage.
Heck, no.
All right.
But even then, make a little bit of a miss, which is fine. But how
I mean,
does-
honestly,
how does mission-
even if he succeeds on the ability check, I'm just gonna silvery barbs it, and I kill it 3 more times. So.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
you're probably fine. How does this work? What does he make a save?
I gotta physically
Really?
just make someone not be able to do
No, yeah, he doesn't make another save. He just
Yeah, I think it only
So it's
goes
just
away
gonna
if
be
he's damaged.
disadvantage Then okay.
Yeah, it goes away until he does what was suggested.
yeah. So I just told him to miss his shot. So I said I assume it just gives him a disadvantage.
It'll give him a disadvantage because he outside of the suggestion just being weird as heck to him, he's just like I don't know what you're talking about. As he tries to make a thing, it'll be like he doesn't have quite right the angle or something to him that he doesn't feel is right, even though he's trying. But let's see if he still gets it.
His body
Unfortunately,
loves me.
he does. Unfortunately, he does need to make certain checks here.
Intelligence.
Yeah. Intelligence, saving throw, disadvantage. Unfortunately, that's going to add a -1 to his roll here, but he is still going to give it the ye old sleight of hand.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Given-
what?
Nat 1!
He is.
Nat
As
1!
I said, you really don't need any help here. He has given you a success.
Yeah, baby.
He just
Including,
winks and is like, "Thank you, buddy."
he's literally confused. He's like 8 ball to the pocket, or sorry, not 8 ball, the cue ball to like near the pocket to hit like a couple other balls that were gonna get in, and then as he shot it, it hit the balls that he was thinking of, but then it hit the balls that you wanted to go in, and he's just like, what?
Yeah. All right. To check.
That succeeds.
And a sleight of hand check. Oh, come on. Damn it.
That's +5, but I don't think that's enough.
Nah, still only has 13. It's close. But
Is it Destin's team, or whatever his name is? Are they natural talent? They're the natural talent.
No, these guys are the natural talents down here.
Okay, Silver Rose.
yeah, because they've got
Slither's-
natural talents.
Slither's over here that he's fighting is with the knights.
Yeah, and like Derek or Darren, whatever his name is, he's Silver Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silver Roses.
Yeah, we made the Silver Roses 4th place immediately.
Out of pure spite. Okay, so that becomes his turn. That becomes-
Intelligence check.
That's not it. Hold on. Ignore that one. Intelligence, saving throw, disadvantage.
Saving throw.
Sorry. No, that was the right one then. I don't know why I thought that was the wrong one. Okay, so it's a 6.
I mean, they both have the same bonus, so it doesn't matter, but...
It doesn't really matter as
I
much.
was saying, not for me. I've got more on the saving throw.
Yeah, I'm like.
Well, for
yeah,
him.
I like did the saving throw by accident. I don't know why I did that. It's the ability check though. So he got a 6. He'll get a -1. Let's see if he can even attempt to get past a disadvantage and a -1. If he gets even
Nat one,
if he
nat
gets even
one, nat
on you,
one.
I'm just impressed. That's all I'm saying.
And you can silvery barbs it to try to go for that nat 1.
It doesn't matter. It's a 12.
All right.
As it becomes your turn.
See if I can finish this. Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Okay.
Didn't even.
Sleight of hand. 8-ball corner pocket.
Ooh, that was almost a
That was just
20.
enough.
Well, he does get a +5.
With the +5, I win.
It's just enough. As it turns out, your team is first place in this one, as Slithers just is kind of confused this whole time, like he didn't even get a
Winners
single
win.
pocket. He was like, I don't understand.
Slithers, thank you so much. Slithers, thank you so much for following my suggestion. And he snaps his fingers and the spell wears off.
He's literally like even more confused than what he was before, but now he kind of feels the magic somewhat off. He's like, I've been duped.
Yeah, we got first place and Silver Roses got last. We gotta make them last in the marathon. Go Glacier, go!
To be fair
like
though, for a team of just one person, getting second place is still pretty good.
Yeah, to be fair, he didn't. He only had to go up against 2 people. We had to go up against like 4.
They're probably going to be our biggest rivals later on because they're going to
They're the
have
coolest.
3 people and no, they're going to have 3
Yeah.
people in one of their competitions.
I mean, we're gonna
Yeah.
have 3 people in one of ours, so
Yeah, it'll be fine. If they become second place, then we'll fight them on fair terms because fuck this over roses. We need to make them last place.
Okay, they're probably
Yeah.
fair.
Just
All right,
kinda goes
Glacier,
down.
we believe in you. We believe in you.
Goes down and
Cassius.
to talk with natural talents and says, "I was fun watching you compete. I don't think it ended up quite how you thought it would." He kind of smiles to the. I think her name's Morgana, or the one on the right, the one that actually talked to me.
The one that talked
Yeah,
to you is
Morgana.
but you're doing what now?
I just wanted to try to say, hey, it was nice watching you compete. Good job. Although I think I ran away with your victory. He smiled.
It's whatever. It's the Dorm Cup. As long as Devin doesn't win, it's whatever. But I still think we have some fight left in us.
I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing our houses continue to compete, and I agree about your sentiment on Devin.
I'm gonna walk by and I'm gonna say, it's not really competition if we're always gonna win. And I walk out.
Now we must be gracious winners.
All right.
We told you we'd kick your asses.
Y'all keep saying that. It's been one game. Calm down just a little bit.
But
Just a little bit.
we single-handedly made them last place.
Save it for the battle arena.
That's fair. Well, we might not even fight them if things go to our plan and make them last place in the marathon too.
There is no way we're foregoing the fighting section.
Well, we're not foregoing it. It's just we might not be fighting them specifically.
Oh yeah.
All right. As all the kind of selection so far has happened, it seems like they announced so far the stats of being so far in first place with 1 point, the Rats. Second place, the Dark Hour Knights. The third place, Natural Talents. The fourth place, Silver Roses.
The Rats are on top.
I think our motto is winners win.
Yeah, our motto is winners win, losers lose, and our team.
How does it feel, Devin, to be a
Translate winners win in Latin, and then we can like put it on a flag, you know.
Yeah, we need to have a flag that's a giant big rat with the phrase "winners win" on top and "losers lose" on bottom.
Exactly.
With that, we are going to proceed to go to the next place, which they kind of bring. When I say they, I just mean the groups in general kind of start heading out, and assumably everybody's pretty much just following. To the next part, the marathon. As I shall now make this the active seed as I just pull out all the characters onto here.
Oh damn! Is this what I think it is?
For the obstacle marathon, it is time to pretty much announce the teams here, with the Rats being at the top. You would have to start. So, by start, I mean declaring the person or people that you are going to be having. So, if it's just Glacier, that's completely fine. That's just your point being is to do so now.
Yeah. Do we all agree that we believe in Glacier?
Yep.
Nah, I vote on. Yes.
Wait, why am I-
Yeah, I mean, he wins. He wins yes for links. I'm kidding.
If I'm running, quick question: what happens if Big Rat runs too? If Big Rat crosses ahead of me, does Do I win, or do I have to wait for him?
What? Neither. You have to cross.
Okay. Can someone hold my books and also Big Rat?
Okay, no,
I
Odd
got
will
it.
walk up. No,
No.
Odd will walk up, and then while like he's getting all the books, he like has one hand and like touches her wrist, and then casts Long Strider.
Oh no,
Ooh,
the one.
Long Strider.
If you wanna unfold that
Yeah,
thing
I
and
saw
see what I've been working on the whole session,
Wait, you put that gift?
all of my spells
That's
now
great.
have.
Amazing.
But yeah, Long Strider.
Bro, you go so fast now.
160 per round plus the option for 30-foot teleports.
Wait,
gonna-
technically your teleport is a speed, which increases by 10 feet.
I'm gonna look to Glacier. I'm gonna tell him, as long as you come in first place, I won't be mad. And I cast Bardic Inspiration. Well, I don't cast. I give him Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
I don't.
Just in case.
Corona just picks up Big Rat and is just like, I will take care of Big Rat.
Please don't punch my rat.
I
Please.
won't punch a rat without your consent.
I just don't assume that you have that ever. Please don't.
I won't assume it. Actually, in fact, I believe we figured out by accident that I can't steal Big Rat's soul anyways, so I will never punch Big Rat.
Indeedible.
Ashaka, no.
He doesn't have a body after he dies, so no, I don't think he is. But
Well then, I will say a little bit preceding into this. That means we get Glacier up here as the kind of starting point will pretty much like be this pool. The way that they're pretty much keeping kind of track of the race and keeping track of everybody for this is they show off kind of like a somewhat of a crystal ball that will pretty much be like that of a spectator's eye, just following the course. But continuing on with what I was saying here, as Glacier steps up for it, everybody looks even like a little bit surprised of like just one person.
You're goddamn right, brother.
You goddamn right. We only need one person to win.
oh, I'm feeling a lot of pressure here.
Hey, you've got it. We believe
You know
in you.
why we only have one person? It's because we're so confident we're gonna win. We only need one person.
From the Dark Outer Knights, they are going to step up this kind of scruffy looking female that looks to be like somewhat more I don't want to say specifically on the wild side, but they just everything about them kind of screams that to be more of the nature of a beast in a way, outside of her kind of lazy look and expression, as well as where is I not grab him? Whoops. Let me just grab Orin. There we go. As the other person that steps up from the Dark Hours team seems to be that of a hooded Leonin, with that to be of also white kind of clothing and hooding. However, just looking at this Leonin in general, they're taking their stretch as they're kind of already preparing for this. However, they're going to proceed to start walking just across the course. And in case you get somewhat confused, what they're doing is because they have multiple people, as I said before, they would be pretty much somewhat run or get to them and then kind of like pass it off on them. So,
Hmm.
I
If we
found
had
where you put
multiple
him
people-
earlier.
If we had multiple people, we could have used Big Rat as the handout.
Amazing.
Well, Big Red isn't that fast.
yeah, we'll put them right here.
Technically, I think Big Rat's almost as fast as Glacier is. Because Glacier can use a bonus action to let Big Rat take an action. But if Glacier has 2 bonus actions, Big Rat can take 2 actions, question mark?
Theoretically.
Which would make his movement speed 90 when you make him Bigger Rat.
But that takes away from your speed, though.
It does. But Big Rat himself isn't slow.
You saying that you make him mentally slow? Is that what you're bidding? You're bidding it right now? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. As there are, yeah, I'll just tell you straight up. So if you're looking at the map up here,
I'd like.
up here, this is pretty much where y'all will be starting. Think about like you guys will be on this side though, as you will somewhat follow kind of the riverside, as there will be 5 obstacles to get through. He has placed himself on the 3rd one. If you're trying to get like an accurate like distance, you're not gonna get accurate distance on this map. With that being said, that was the Dark Hour Knights, leaving up to the next being that of the natural talents. Okay. For the natural talents, where's my good old boy Olgar? Y'all met Olgar in the bathrooms before. As he steps up to the plate, ready to go. It's Olgar as he has that kind of noblish kind of look or noble kind of like just kind of like posture of like he's almost better than other people, but then he gives off a kind of goofy slash funny kind of like vibe where he tries to make the joke or tries to lighten up people of like, this is still a game, let's have fun, as everybody is somewhat ignoring him. As well as Samus, who is that of what looks to even just be a ranger of sorts, or an archer at least, as they look like they're somewhat agile at least. As they are going to also proceed to go down to the third obstacle. Sorry, I'm also trying to write this down on the door cup tracker as we go. Olgar and Samus. As from what you all are probably waiting for from the Silver Roses. A very big, tougher looking man steps up and approaches to the plate, which you would guess to be that of probably the slowest person here, to be honest, as they're wearing what you would say medium to heavy armor, at least just looking from it. Followed by another looking ranger of sorts, to be that of almost what you could guess to be similar to that of the bigger man, except this female with different features, so you could almost guess it seem like they're potentially even related of sorts. As with everybody kind of starting to get set up and lined up, as the ranger proceeds to also go to the third obstacle. As this is like, it's like you, as they're going to the obstacles themselves and gonna be waiting there, they're basically given some time for you guys to stretch, for you guys to talk at all as you need. Any questions or whatnot, feel free to ask.
Glacier will just kind of really awkwardly, good luck, everyone. I'm sorry about my teammates. I don't know why they're acting this way.
They okay, so I'll say just stare down here, the bigger man with the paladin like armor. I say paladin because he's more like heavy towards that side, as he's like, uh thank you, but I think we're all in this for ourselves in a way. So you should honestly be wishing luck for yourself. Am I saying that right?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the last part? My internet cut out.
He says, I think you should be wishing luck for yourself. I think I'm saying that right.
Maybe, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of just here because my team told me to be here. I didn't even know this was happening until yesterday night.
That's quite the normal. I think is the mystery and the love of some sort of battle competition, that is. As you'll see Olgar chime in, and he's like, hey, it's as long as it's somewhat of a friendly game, I'm just here to try to prove a point to some people looking back at his team. But I also wish you all the luck. You hear nothing from the last one as she says, luck not need, just fast. As she proceeds to turn from whatever she is, into a full-grown lion. That's a little bit bigger than I wanted.
That's a little bit bigger than a full-grown lion.
Lions aren't that fast.
If she could turn into animals, let's turn into a lion to go fast.
Yeah, why would you choose a lion instead of the fastest mammal?
But yeah, Glacier will just start to wrap
You guys know
herself
how
in her
fast a lion
turban and
goes?
put her goggles on and not really stretch, but
I mean, lions are fast compared
cheetah.
to humans. But...
Cheetahs.
A cheetah I was thinking of, but I don't think cheetahs are on D&D Beyond. Or
They probably aren't,
Not
but
even just on D&D Beyond, just most of the stats
in D&D.
so they got lion, which lions.
But yeah, cheetahs can go up to 70 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's if you're going with the real statistics of maybe she couldn't. She's a lion. As she lines up to, everybody starts to line up of sorts, gets prepared for that of this race, and as we get to the bar sets go, we will be ending the session here. Unfortunately, we did not get through everything everything I specifically wanted to, but I think when we get to next episode, you'll see it'll be potentially a lot faster than it was for the billiards battles, at least. As the billiard battles, I think it was quicker to get to after learning it a little bit.
Yeah.
And since if you're rolling random for everyone else, it's gonna go a little faster because you only got one person on our team roll.
There were also an unprecedented amount of skill checks and spells in the build matches.
Hey,
Yeah.
those spells came from the players. I don't want to hear it. Anyways,
Yeah, I mean, we did all the spell we did all the spell stuff, but hey, we got first place and the Silver Roses got last because of us. So
Amazing.
we told them we kicked their ass, and we kicked their ass so hard they're in last place.
at
Yeah,
least
their
for
best
now.
case scenario is our worst case scenario at this point. Like, it's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
If they get first place and we get fourth place, we tie.
Yeah. And then we have 3 people ready to do the fight.
And even then, like, if the second place team gets third place and the third team gets second place, then everyone ties with 5 points.
That'd be one hell of a
So,
It's a
by
fucking
the
battle
way,
royale.
You'll have to probably write down or something, Glacier, that you have those the benefits of the long strider, right? The long
Indeed.
strider and the one
And the bardic.
inspiration.
I'm gonna need Odd to tell me how he put that gift there. How'd you do that?
It's about to be fancy, but yeah, we'll be ending the session here. So thank you everybody so much for watching. We will be back next time. Bye.